Hi, welcome back and welcome to anybody who's new to the channel. In this video we're going to look at PMR. We're going to have a look at what PMR is and what's going on, what the regulations are, and then I'll let you decide whether PMR is the new CB, is it a gateway into amateur radio, or is it simply a lot of people being very naughty. I'll let you decide. I'm G6PNH, this is PMR. Now, what is PMR? Well, PMR stands for Personal Mobile Radio, as defined by Ofcom. There are some regulations with it. You're not allowed more than half a watt, that's 500 milliwatts. Your aerial has to be fixed. You can't take the aerial off and put a new one on. And the press to talk has to be cut off after 180 seconds, and that includes the Vox as well. So there are some regulations. However, people are starting to use some of the new equipment that's coming through. The Radtel that I did a review on a while back, that actually does 8 watts, and that will allow you to program in the PMR frequencies. Now the PMR frequencies run from 446 to 446.2, and they're quite defined what the frequencies actually are. They're channelized. The first 8 are the old channels, and then it got extended to 16. We tend to look at it the first 8 being more commercial and children, then the second 8 is a bit more in depth. You're allowed to do digital work on them. However, some of the equipment that is available as well is like the mobile radios that go into your car. Now, for instance, the Anytone that I've got in the car will work 25 watts on PMR. That's quite substantial. So what is actually going on? Well, there are a group of people that you can clearly tell are CBers. There are a group of people that you can clearly tell are ham radio operators, and they're using this PMR, and it's really interesting. But what are Ofcom saying about it? Surely people have been prosecuted. Well, under the Freedom of Information Act, somebody asked whether anybody had been prosecuted. Ofcom's reply was, to their knowledge, nobody's been prosecuted for using more than half a watt or a different aerial. And really what they're more interested in, according to the letter, is if you do get caught doing anything naughty, they want to point out the errors of your ways and get you to adjust them rather than prosecute you. And the suggestion is that this has always happened and no prosecutions have taken place. So on that note then, what is actually happening? Well, I first came across it when I was in the Radtel, and I was up on Pinhole, and I was hearing people all over the place. One of the stations that I heard was in Stoke-on-Trent. I thought that is quite a way away. When I worked it out on the map, it was somewhere between 50 and 60 miles away. I was also hearing people in Liverpool. So looking further into it then, we took the Radtel to our group, which is in Higham near Burnley, just over the tops of Padiham. And I've listened to it there on a Thursday night. Slightly different location, high up location as well, which was handy. Only to hear people in Southern Ireland having a conversation. Absolutely brilliant. Also, then there is a national net, a bit like the 145 Alive kind of net, but if you will, a bit more informal. Originally, it was called the 8 to 8. It's not really 8 to 8. It's something like 7 o'clock at night on Channel 6 now, but it's worth on a Sunday. It is on a Sunday night, but it is worth on a Sunday having a listen round, see what's going on. Starting round about 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night. And there is some interesting stuff. From home, I managed to hear people in Ilkley who was on the hilltops. Again, that is a reasonable distance, just listening on a PMR handheld that was connected to a core linear. So, with all that in mind, now let's have a look at some of the examples. Here's an example of the guys down in Southern Ireland. I know the video's not that clear in terms of audio. I have tried my best to get it clear, but it was a last minute thing and it was done on the phone. The same with the second one. I heard on the 991A. They're up in Ilkley. I originally heard them on the handheld. I put it on the 991A and see if I can get some better audio. I've tried my best again with the audio, so I do apologise for that. However, then I want you to have a go at making up your mind. Have a listen first.
I forget all this shit now, know it. I do there, yeah. Something went to May West, somewhere up or something over. Yeah, last night there was in bits there, 3 o'clock this morning, stomach was there. Yeah, hey, give me a few minutes and I'll get this scared down there. Go ahead there, no bother at all there yet. I'm just waiting on a quiet door, right? I don't really know what Southport is like there. Yeah, roger that. You've got this too to be up here. Nice me to give you an actual reading, like, but you make it trip up for long, so it's definitely worth doing. Yeah, roger that. Well, you know it works, and you know you're getting up this far, like, so you might as well keep it on there. Yeah, copy of there, Vic 2468. Yeah, back at box light, well, I've got a copy on you. Yeah, roger that there. Like I say, yeah, back at box light, and you're a bit in and out. I've got my squelch up, and then I can hear you, so that's the main thing. Yeah, I've got a copy on you, John. Do you want to go again then? I whack the volume down and sending somebody a message. Yeah, go again there. Yeah, you've got me at Sheffield. He's like, oh mate, on my end it's going mad. If I could send you a video, I would. It's going bloody mad on my end. Yeah, mine's squeaking and making all sorts of noises it doesn't usually make. You bloody that way. Yeah, John, mine's got my main thing as well. These Xbox stand I put on have kept it really cool because it'd be fucking boiling by now.
So what do you think? Do you think this is just an extension of CB? Do you think this is maybe a nice gateway into amateur radio? Or do you just think there's a lot of people being very naughty? Let me know in the comments below, because I'm very interested in what people actually think about this. Just one little reminder though of the history of what's gone on in the past since the 70s. In the 70s, the CB became very popular. It was on AM, caused a lot of interference. Rather than there being a lot of prosecutions for people using the AM CB, they legalised the CB but made it FM so that it wasn't doing all the television interference. Is that possibly going to be the same? Or are we going to look at Ofcom legalising a better use or a higher power, better aerials of the PMR? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Again, very interested to know. So until next time, this is G6PNH wishing you the best 73s.